What's up? What's up? What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We are live here on Monday morning, after facing defeat to the hands of the New England Patriots, one of our biggest rivals. Oh, I keep doing this. Yes, we faced defeat by the New England Patriots, but it's okay. I'm gonna do my very best to try not to yell at all today. I'm just going to talk. I have a lot of streams coming today. Right now, I have about 12 different topics written down that we're going to cover. But the first one that I wanted to dive into is it's simple. Does Miami Dolphins offensive coordinator Chan Gailey deserve some of the blame? Let me just dive right in. But first off, make sure y'all hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at TDPHINSTALK. You can also find me on Twitch and Sportscaster as well. And thank you for all those who donate via PayPal, Cash App, and through Super Chat when we're live like we are now. I appreciate y'all love and support. Shout out to all the Patreon members who support the channel on a monthly basis. Remember, you are allowed to come on every Sunday post-game show or Thursday night post-game show if you're a Patreon member as well. But like I said, let's get right into it, guys. This offensive coordinator Chan Gailey deserves some of the blame. There's been a lot of rumbling going on in the last, 15 hours, I guess. A lot of people are saying Chan Gailey and his offense, Chan Gailey, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, y'all. I kind of disagree. I do understand why people are saying his offense is outdated and X, Y, and Z, but let's put things into perspective. Let's put things into perspective real quick. First and foremost, we all have to recognize and understand that Chan Gailey hasn't run his full offense. What you saw yesterday is probably 25% of Chan Gailey's offense. Remember, we had a short offseason. Ball Game made a good point yesterday. You probably seen a package of about 60 plays. Man, there are over 300 plays. You probably saw a package of 60 plays put together, and we have a young team. Why did we get rid of Chad O'Shea and bring in Chan Gailey? To simplify things so that these young guys can comprehend the offense quicker at this stage of their career. They're young. They need a simplified offense, one that they can remember and run. So I think it is really, really, really unfair to start trying to tag this on Chan Gailey. And that's also put another thing into perspective. We moved the ball. We moved the ball. At the end of the day, I didn't see an issue with the play calling. It was really an issue with the execution. There are a lot of good teams in this league. And come on, guys, there are a lot of good teams in this league. And when you look at the scores around the league yesterday, I mean, only a handful of teams, knocked it out of the park and had 30 and 40 points. That's the reality. And think about it. The Miami Dolphins scored 11 points, but we were also on in the other team's territory 2 times and gave away the ball. Gave away the ball 2 times. 2 times. And both times we were going down the field with such great momentum, it was almost inevitable to get in the end zone. Potentially 14 points taken off the board. Might have been 6 with field goals. I don't know. But potentially 14. Do you know that those 14 potential points would have given us 25 points yesterday and possibly won the game because we only gave up 21 points? Do you know how many teams yesterday scored less than 25 points? I have it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 teams scored less than 25 points yesterday. 16. And there's still 4 more teams that have to play. There are still 4 more teams that have to play. So when you think about the fact that the NFL has 32 teams. 4 hasn't played, so that's 28. 16 out of 28 teams scored less than 25 points yesterday. More than half the league scored less than 25 points. And that was our potential, 25 points. So we cannot sit here and put it all on Chan Gailey's offense. Guys were making plays, run lanes were open, the protection was good. We just had bad decision-making by the players. Bad decision-making by the players, ladies and gentlemen. There were receivers who ran routes that didn't get enough depth on their route. Just think about all the first down opportunities that, put it like this, 3rd and 5. How many times did we see Preston Williams run 3 yards and do an end, catch it, and get tackled and short by 2 yards? Didn't get enough depth on the route. See, that's not coaching. That's not the offensive system. It's not. It's not the offensive system. It's player errors. And that wasn't the only time we didn't get enough depth on certain routes in crucial moments like 3rd down and 3rd and 7s. Those are the things that you have to pay attention to. I don't think that this is on Chan Gailey. I think that the offensive game plan we had was good enough to compete and possibly win the game. You don't want to overcomplicate it. You want to simplify it. It's that simple. You want to simplify it and give yourself a chance to win, but players weren't executing as probably coached, and mistakes were made, crucial ones like 3 turnovers. 3 turnovers. And shout out to Mr. Ballgame. He made a very good point. He said the Browns scored 6 points, and they arguably have a way better offense than us. At TDPHINSTALK, it's a process that takes time. Offense is always the last to gel. I agree. No offseason. I really do actually think that we had a good offensive plan. It's just that the execution wasn't consistent. And we saw a lot of good things in the execution. We saw a lot of good things in the execution. So I implore you all, don't put this on Chan Gailey. What a lot of people want to see is us throwing the rock down the field with wide open receivers all day and making the big play and just gashing and chunks and chunks and chunks. Look at the New England Patriots. They made no plays down the field. Am I wrong? I don't think they had one single play down the field. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong real quick in the comment section, because maybe I missed it. But did they make one play that seemed like it was greater than 30 yards, 25 yards? I don't think so. And we need explosive plays, blah, blah, blah. We had a good game plan on offense. We just made mistakes. We turned the ball over. Receivers didn't get enough depth on their routes. And listen, I commend Chan Gailey's offense yesterday. I was actually happy with what I saw yesterday. If we complicated the offense like our last offensive coordinator in O'Shea, we probably would have been more stagnant, which led us to lose the same type of game 50-0 last year. I have faith in Chan Gailey. I actually like what I saw from Chan Gailey. See, people get bent out of shape when we have our first drive and we go 3 and out. You forget on that first drive, first down. The first down of that first drive, we picked up 5 yards rushing. Positive. Anything over 3.5 is a win. The second down, you wanted to pound it again. You get about 3 yards. That's an average of 4 between the 2 downs. That's still a positive. And you give yourself a chance on a 3rd and 2. And we didn't make the play on 3rd and 2. It was a completion, but the receiver didn't get the first down. It's that simple. We want to put that on Chan Gailey? No, you want to take what you can. If you think about it, the Patriots, it was the same way. The Patriots had a lot of 3rd downs. A lot of 3rd downs is short. The difference is they converted them. And a lot of ours were actually completions. We actually converted. It just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. The Patriots had a lot of third downs we put them in. Don't forget that. Shout out to Arkeek Music showing love to the channel and donating, man. I appreciate your love, bro. Pats ran the ball 80% of the time. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And we tried to establish a run early on. I just think that it wasn't explosive enough. When we tried to run the ball, we're going to talk about that later, because that's one of the streams. We're going to talk about the running game, because there's some interesting things going on in Miami that some of you all may have not have noticed with our running backs. We're going to talk about that later today, because that is huge what's happening in our running backfield. It's a total shakeup than what anybody thought. It is a total shakeup. We actually have a premier back in Miami after week 1, and it's not who we thought it would be. And that's a fact. And we have more information from Flores yesterday, that tells us why. There's some things that we didn't realize because we weren't a part of camp. And some revelations are coming out, and we're going to talk about those today. And Bruce Key, I need you, Bruce Key. I need you to watch that stream when we talk about the running backs later today. Because your comment just now that says, and paying Howard and not playing him is such a Dolphin move. Flow ain't right. Bro, you have the wrong perception about that situation. You have the wrong perception about that situation. Wrong perception about that situation. Matter of fact, running backs was number 6 on my list today as far as topics that need to be addressed. I'm going to make that number 2 now. That's going to be my very next stream. And once again, because I think we need to touch that now before people run off the deep end and get the wrong perception about that. We need to talk about what's happening in that running back room, because some interesting things are going down. And I actually commend Brian Flores for it. I commend him for it. And we're going to talk about that next. This is TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I'm going to try my best not to yell today, but just bring the content and talk to you all about breaking down some of the things that we see, we know, and what we learned yesterday. I'll see y'all soon. Please hit that like button. We're trying to get over 200 likes on every single video. We just hit another threshold. We're at 9,300 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. 9,300 subscribers, 9,300. We're making moves, man. We're breaking records, and we're on our way to 10,000. 9,400 is next. I'll see y'all soon. Punch that like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. TD Fans Talk. I'll be right back.